Well, Kotak Mahindra Bank will declare its Q4 FY22 numbers, and let's take a quick check as to what the market is anticipating in terms of these numbers. The net interest income number is expected to go up around 18.5% on a year-on-year basis, a strong 5% sequential bounce for Kotak Mahindra Bank, and it's expected to come in just above that 4,500 crore mark. When we look at PPOP, that's expected to be largely flat on a year-on-year basis. However, a good sequential uptick, 26% higher sequentially. It's expected to come in around the same region as it was in the same quarter in the last year at around 3,400 odd crore. And provisions number is expected to come down sharply. It's expected to come down to 300 crore odd, and that's a 75% lower number when we look at it on year-on-year basis. Of course, slightly higher than last quarter, which actually was a negative number for the bank, and PAT therefore will come in slightly higher. PAT is expected to go up by around 31% on a year-on-year basis, up around 3.2% on a sequential basis as well. So a good strong set of numbers expected. When we look at NPAs, they are expected to trend lower, 20 bips lower for the gross NPAs, as well as around 10 bips lower for the net NPAs. When we look at NIMs, largely stable NIMs around 4.6%, 4.5 to 4.6% is what is anticipated. When we look at the balance sheet side of things, well, solid growth on both sides of the balance sheet, especially on that advances side. 7% sequential uptick in terms of the advances on a quarter-on-quarter basis, 21% on a year-on-year basis is what we are expecting. Now that advances number will be a little north of that 2,70,000 crore mark. When we look at deposits as well, solid, almost 5% uptick on a sequential basis in deposits, almost 14.5% on a year-on-year basis, well above that 3,20,000 crore mark, and CASA is expected to come in at a stable 60%. In terms of management commentary, well, there are a few things that one would need to watch out for. One is that we're expecting the credit growth outlook to be upbeat, and that will reflect in the balance sheet as well. Home loan growth trajectory will be key. We do understand that the competitive pricing that Kotak Bank has been doing will obviously lead to some aggressive growth as well around that. Obviously, also commentary around the stress in MSME as well as unsecured lending will also be part of the focus areas.